This recognition is essential on the path. All people seeks validation that they are not the isolated freak, the undesirable one, the unworthy castaway that they've got, at times, felt inside themselves. This is the greatest lie of all, but until one has the enjoy of being seen, being felt, being heard, being touched by some other, it is easy to remain misplaced. And so, it is for us to come together to recognize the unifying existence force that is within each folks to unite. Like cells coming together to create a more shape, it is time to enroll in as one. Divided we decline, united we amplify. It is our radiance that brings us together. Unification solidifies in common motive, and this is to break the false metrics in order that every and the whole can be unfastened to create without restriction inside general law. It is a universal law, stimulated by means of love, that has drawn us awaken within the first place. And now, it is time to live free inside the one's phrases. First, we declare our alignment with it, and then, by finding our area, we ignite our personal passions that morph into provider to others. As soon as this is hooked up, divine idea and providence arises to meet us. We start the journey on my own, and end by means of cultivating unity in community, which feeds our original solitary yearnings. We decline when we are alone, and we thrive in community. So, whatever that separates or divides or controls us demeans our true purpose, which best flourishes whilst we come collectively for shared purpose. The key is to be interested in all that is natural, all this is nourishing, all that is glad and abundant and actual. Something much less than distance closer to decay, and now not life. You aren't physical beings, you are spiritual beings having a completely transient publicity to hassle, and the feeling of not being unfastened. You sense that love isn't always within you, and wishes to be given to you by every other. But because your real nature is love, to sense or agree with that it is outside you, making you dependent on others to give it or withhold it from you is terrifying. And this is why you spend a lot of lives searching for it. You want love, and you are love. Without it, you will not exist. Love is the life pressure that flows through you in every moment of your everlasting life. But, as restrained beings inhuman in shape, you are on the whole. Because of the apparent fact of your unreal human nature, blind to this unchanging and eternal truth, you can agree with it, but you do no longer sense it, so you have doubts. To awaken is to go back to knowing yourselves as perfect divine beings created in love from love, and consequently, to know and experience yourselves eternally at peace and living in pleasure at one with God. To awaken to discover love is your one actual desire as humans, but because of the nature of the unreality of existence in shape, separated from source frequently, tending closer to you, feel by myself, misplaced and abandoned. And so, you feel an intense and ongoing need to be visible, heard, fully accepted, and loved by means of others, others who are undergoing that very same sense of being alone, misplaced, and abandoned. In case you are excluded, insulted, forgotten, or not noted by using the humans you provide a while to, you don't do yourself a favor by continuing to provide your energy and your life. The reality is which you are not for everyone, and no longer everyone is for you. That is what makes it so special. While amid those who reciprocate love, you will realize how treasured you are. The more time you spend looking to make yourself loved by someone who is not able to, the more time you waste depriving yourself of the possibility of this connection to someone else. There are billions of people on the planet, and many of them will meet with you at your level of interest and commitment. Maybe if you stop showing up, you may not be wanted. Maybe if you stop trying, the relationship will stop. Perhaps if you prevent texting your phone, will stay darkish for weeks. That does not imply you ruined the connection. It method the best issue holding it back was the strength that best you gave to hold it. This isn't love, it's attachment. Looking to give a chance to those who don't deserve it. You deserve so much. There are people who should not be for your existence and will love everything about you. The most treasured aspect you've got in your life is some time and power, and age unlimited. When you deliver a while and energy, it's going to define your existence. When you realize this, you begin to understand why you are so anxious while you spend time with humans in activities, places, or conditions that do not suit you and shouldn't be around you. Your power is stolen. So, for you there is the past, for you there may be the destiny, which is the time to come back. And the past is clearly something quite palpable because you lived in it. You have recollections, you've got stories to inform, so that you lived in the past. For us, this idea does not exist. There aren't any clocks, there are no schedules, there are only cycles of nature itself. We always stay within the here and now, within the present. We do not usually remember what befell. It really is why we say there is no past. If we are centered on the present, there is no past. The existing for us is the end result of the past, of the whole thing we've built on your journey. But there is nothing to remember. What has gone, is not a part of the present moment. The whole lot that I lived with sadness or joy was brought to my soul, and on this present I recognize exactly every point wherein I lived it. It's like I'm looking at the big panel, and that I know each large pass of my soul, but there may be no memory. There is no reason to live in a past second. The priority is to create the prevailing moment. This yes, the moment I am dwelling has to carry me stability and joy, and that is what all of us are looking for. Whilst we are in better dimensions, the fifth measurement, we are not concerned about day after today. There may be no tomorrow. Tomorrow may be a new here and now, lived in that moment. So inside here and now, I construct my soul's stroll. It really is all. There is no worrying about what is to come, because our agreement in God is so excessive and so intrinsic to ourselves that we are not awaiting what is to come.